A very good morning to all of you. I am Eileen, working as an assistant professor in Department of Pharmacology at ISF College of Pharmacy, Mocha. Today we'll study about the anatomy of the ear using chart and model under the subject Human Anatomy and Physiology. What is ear? Ear is the organ of hearing and it also helps in maintaining the balance. The ear is supplied by the 8th cranial nerve that is known as the vestibulocochlear nerve. And ear is divided into 3 main parts. The outermost part is the outer ear. Then second is the middle ear. Afterwards, last and innermost part is the inner ear. Except the part of the outer ear that is known as the auricle or the pinna, which is the outermost portion of the ear. All the part of the ear, these are embedded in the petrous portion of the temporal bone. This temporal bone is the bone of our skull. Let's discuss about various parts of the ear using this beautiful model designed by our students. Our ear is divided into 3 main parts, that are the outer ear, which is shown in skin color. Then comes the middle ear, shown purple in color. At last is the inner ear, which is green in color. The outer ear firstly collects the sound waves and it sends them into the middle ear. From the middle ear, they are being sent to the inner ear where they are converted into the nerve impulses and then transmitted to the hearing areas in the cerebral cortex. Let's elaborate each and every part of ear starting from the outer ear. As our outer ear is divided into 2 main parts, first one is the auricle, that is curved shaped and having the ridges, and another one is the external acoustic meatus. It is also known as the auditory canal. As I told you before, except for this auricle part, every part of the ear is embedded in the temporal bone of the skull, which is shown white in color and having some dots. It is the bone of the skull in which the ear is embedded. The auricle is the visible part of the ear and it is composed of the fibroelastic cartilage which is covered with the skin. It is highly grooved, that means it is having various cuts and ridges present over its surface. And the most prominent outer ridge is the hallux. It is shown here. Starting from this part, it is the hallux portion of the ear. Then there comes the lobule. Lobule is the part of the lower extremity of the layer which is composed of the fibrous and adipose tissues, and it is highly supplied with the blood vessels. Then the next part of ear is the auditory canal, which is also known as external acoustic meatus. This part is the region which connects the outer ear to the middle ear. In this area, its length is about 2.5 centimeter, and in this, the ceruminous glands are present which secrete a wax-like substance that is known as cerumen. Cerumen is also known as ear wax, which is a sticky material and it contains various protective substances which includes various lysozymes and bactericidal enzymes as well as immunoglobulins. The second part of ear is the middle ear. The middle ear is connected to the outer ear with the help of tympanic membrane. This membrane is also known as eardrum. It connects the external acoustic meatus to the middle ear. The middle ear is irregularly shaped and it is air-filled cavity and it lies in the petrous portion of the temporal bone. And the lateral walls of the middle ear are formed by the tympanic membrane. The floor and the roof of the middle ear are formed by the temporal bone of the skull, and the medial layer of the middle ear consists of two openings known as the oval window and the round window. The oval window is near the stapes, which is the shortest bone present in the middle ear, and the round window consists of the sheet of the fibrous tissues. Next are the auditory ossicles. The auditory ossicles are also known as the ear bones. These are very short bones, a few millimeter in size. The first one is the malleus, second is the incus, and third one is the stapes. The malleus is the hammer-shaped bone and the incus fits into the malleus. The third one is the stapes. The foot of the incus is in close conjunction with the stapes. The innermost part of the ear is known as the inner ear. It is also known as the labyrinth, as it is formed by two layers. First one is known as the bony labyrinth and second is the membranous labyrinth. The bony labyrinth is lined with the periosteum of the bone, and within this bony labyrinth, the membranous labyrinth is suspended in the watery fluid that is known as the perilymph. Whereas in case of the membranous labyrinth, it is filled with a fluid known as the endolymph. Further, in the inner ear, there are three main regions known as the semicircular canal, second is the vestibule, and third one is the cochlea. The ear is supplied by the cranial nerve that is known as the vestibulocochlear nerve. It is the nerve which is the part of a cranial nerve, and it is 8th cranial nerve which maintains the hearing as well as the balance, and it gives the signal to the hearing area in the cerebral cortex. Next, the vestibular part of the ear consists of the oval window and round window in its lateral walls, and it also consists of two membranous sacs known as the utricle, and second one is the saccule. They are very important in maintaining the balance, whereas the another part, which is cochlea, it is snail like in structure. It has an important organ of hearing that is known as the organ of Corti. So students, with that all the parts of ear are covered. I hope it is understandable to all of you, and for any further inquiry you can read the email given below and you can ask for further queries. Thank you so much.